Yeah, I was extremely proud of the mentality, the bite from the group. This is a difficult place to come with the altitude, and it's a good environment to play in. But I was really proud of the fight and the mentality for sure for 90 plus. Late in the first half there, we're under it, and we get to halftime, make some adjustments, and then obviously get the third goal. We talked in the locker room even after the game about the importance of understanding, conceding that penalty late and what it does for the group. For us, that was unacceptable, but I was really, really proud of the group tonight.
I guess I'll go first to the first couple of goals for you all. Very similar in nature with service from Carlos and headers from Jorge and Elijah. Is that something that you tried to work into the game plan? And both of those guys mentioned extra work, not just offensively, but defensively this week on set pieces.
Yeah, we spent a little bit more time on them this week than maybe we normally do. But I thought the players executed on both sides of the ball. It's never easy late when a team is throwing nine guys into the box. But I thought our players handled it really, really well. I thought Carlos's delivery was excellent. The runs were exactly what we worked on this week. Even the first corner of the game, Carlos gets a really good chance. They make a good block. But set pieces we knew would be important going into tonight, both on both sides of the ball, and I thought the players executed.
With a guy like Carlos, he's been in and out of your lineup all season, and he's had a couple of starts here of late. Are you seeing progression from him? And what can moments like tonight do for a young player's confidence?
Yeah, he's been excellent the last two games. I think when you look at his bite in the middle of the field and what he brought on the ball and off the ball, he was a big piece of the result tonight. I think he's continuing to do a really good job of working hard and staying humble and taking advantage of the chances, when he gets them. And I think when you look at his performances over the last two games, he's got a lot to be proud of. But for him, it's continuing to build on that for him and the rest of the group. No complacency. And really the reason he came off was his yellow card. We didn't want to risk obviously getting the red, especially with knowing how his mentality and his fight. We didn't want to risk going down.
You bring on Martin Powell's late. He gets his first goal. Do you feel like that can start something for him? I mean, he's been close in a number of other areas, but just what have you seen from him coming in midseason to get in a position to score now?
Yeah, he's done a really good job. I think, when you look at it, especially over the last two games, we brought him in out wide, which isn't his natural position. But I thought, again, he played a big role in the result tonight. When you look at his traits and what he brings to the group, it's something different. He's got good feet, he's got good size, and one of the big reasons we brought him on was to try to counter Wheeler coming on because he's got good size and very good on set pieces. And we knew as the game, progressed with a few minutes left there, they were going to throw everything at us. And I thought Martin not only did a good job, obviously, on the goal, really good technical quality, a good finish, but he did a good job from a set piece standpoint too.
You mentioned the moment right before the half where you guys come up with that save. You go into the locker room. Was that a turning point because you come out and you get a quick goal, but B, Colorado Springs, they continue to take shots. I think they had 11 shots in the second half, but only a couple of them get on frame. I mean, was that just a chance for you guys to reset? And did you feel like you all were better in the second half?
No, I honestly thought in the first half both teams had really, really good chances. And I told the group at halftime, not to just look at the last 5 minutes, but to definitely, think back to the chances that they created and understand that chances are going to come in the second half as well, especially in transition. Colorado is a good team, a lot of dangerous pieces, especially in transition. But I thought that the group did a really good job of mitigating that as best as we could there, especially late.
And you've now, in the bigger picture, back-to-back wins, taken points from 6 of your last 7 games. Are things getting to where you want them to be? And how do you feel like this has set you up going into what is obviously a really big game next weekend at Tampa Bay?
Yeah, I think it's just making sure that we keep our heads down and we go back to work next week. We're obviously happy with the 3 points, but there's still a lot of work to be done in the areas that we know we can improve. The group's obviously in good spirits. The confidence is good and it starts there. But then it's making sure that you continue to have the mentality all week that we've had for the last 2 weeks, and continue to push forward. Going to Tampa Bay is a difficult game and difficult environment, but not one these players don't have experience in. So we'll make sure that we're prepared and we put ourselves in the best spot to come out of there with 3 points.